What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, we've got an update. A delusional update at that. From the world's number one professional tarmacker for OAPs with stage 4 dementia. That's his niche. Billy Joe Sausages specialises in providing all kinds of auxiliary services to the market. Listen, if you're over 75 and your mind's gone a bit and you won't remember how much you've paid Billy for said services, that's Billy's market, man. Yeah, specialist. He'll do. Listen, if you've got dementia, listen, man. I like Billy. I'm gonna do some marketing for him, people. If any of you, man, have any, particularly women as well. If any of you, man, have any old women in your family who are 75, losing their marbles a little bit, forgetting where they put things, Billy's your man. He'll do it all. Yeah, he'll do it all. Guttering, roofing, tarmacking, landscaping. Whatever you want, he'll do. For sure. Guaranteed service as well. Yeah? If it normally takes someone 2 weeks to do it, Billy will do it in half an hour. Top service, man. Bash! Anyway, there's the market. There's the advertisement done for Billy Joe Sausages. I'm going to play a clip here. This guy's lost his head. Yeah? He says, woo. I'm going to have a go on Eubank as a warm-up. And then I'll go up to 175 and fight Beterbiev and Bivol and Benavidez to become 3-time champion. I swear down, that's what he says, man. That's crazy, man. He said he's gonna go up to 175 and knock Beterbiev and Bivol and Benavidez out. He'll do nothing. Bro, you couldn't handle Carrot Top. Seriously, come on, people, listen. Carrot Top, yeah, Canella Carrot Top. He's a 160 pounder. He can't be asked to cut weight anymore. He's a 160 pounder. Yeah? Billy, actually, he was never a small 160 pounder. But anyway, either way, he's a 160 pounder. You couldn't even handle the best of 160, man. You duck Golovkin. He'd have filled you right the way in. Fact. You got punched up by Carrot Top. And Carrot Top didn't want it with Benavidez. Carrot Top didn't want it with Bivol. Carrot Top didn't. The man who popped you. Pop. Yeah? That one there. The guy who give you the go out on your back, brother. On your back. Oh. Yeah? The man who give you this one, he don't want it with them man up there. Bivol slapped him around. The same man who punched the hole halfway through your skull. The same man who punched a hole halfway through your skull. Don't want it with the man you're referencing. It's almost an Coogan here. Coogan's obviously doing his job. Suckling off Billy. Oh, Billy, you beat Eubank already, mate. I think you need to move up to 175 because you've done it all. Do you know what I mean? But what's Billy done, man? What's Billy done? His claim to fame is getting a hole knocked in his head by Carrot Top. And you're talking about Benavidez and Beterbiev and Bivol. It's like, that's just mad. I don't know. Listen, I guess you in the media game, you got to just sit there and nod your head because you wouldn't get the interviews. I just couldn't sit. That's why I don't want to be in that game. I couldn't sit there and hear someone talking about how he's going up to 175 to be a free weight world champion. No. Anyway, here we go. Here's the bars.
All right. Well, look, last one. Any point watching that last night, and obviously after Eubank's win, did it kind of move anything in your brain thinking, I could still beat him, even 4 years out the ring, I could still beat Chris Eubank?
Coogan, watching it last night and watching him last night, look, if I got back in the ring, I might get in there and I might think, fuck me, this has gone, that's gone. But as what I've seen of him last night, I wouldn't need a warm-up for him at the right time. I think that his, fatherhood's caught up a little.
So Billy says there, this is the problem with Billy. And the media should do a better, I'm sorry, they should, I get it. I understand why they can't do a better job. But it's well done. Billy said himself. So he's saying, I don't need a warm-up for Eubank. He was offered the Eubank fight in December, back in September. Billy says, I only need 6 weeks for Eubank. Well, they gave you 12. You had 12 weeks for Eubank. Oh, that's not enough. I need a warm-up. That at the time, last year, Billy, and to be fair, I kind of half backed Billy for whatever reason, because I'm not going to shill. I thought they should have probably offered him a warm-up. Yeah? Do it properly, plan the fight 6-7 months out, give him a warm-up, and do the fight. But when he starts doing this, yeah, I don't even need a warm-up. You're just lying now. And that's probably what he told them. Oh, I don't need a warm-up. And then Billy will say one thing. Because his ego, it's not even a big ego. It's like a big fragile ego. A big ego is, there's not a man born, and you actually represent that. Tyson Fury and Billy Joe don't actually have real big egos. The old school man, people who I'd say have real big egos. Yeah? Big ego and it's hard. Pause. Billy's got a big ego. Fury's got a big ego. They get popped and like, ow. Ouch. We've seen Chris Eubank Jr. when he went up to, senior, when he went up to some sort of weight. What weight was it? Was it cruiserweight maybe? I don't know. Carl Thompson, I think, rings a bell. Someone called Thompson. Give him a big round pork pie on his eye. And he was still fighting. That's, well, I mean, Frank, I think Eubank Senior's got a fragile ego as well. But anyway, we're all over the place here. Billy Joe would have told Chris Eubank Jr.'s team to their face, oh yes, I'll fight you no notice. Oh, 2 week. I'll fight you on 2 week. Oh. Yeah? And then to Frank Warren or whoever's managing him, he'd been saying, oh, they're trying to get me out of shape. Oh. That's what he'd do. Yeah? He'll tell Eubank's team, he wouldn't want to tell Eubank's team, man, I need 16 years to warm up for this. I need 10 warm-up fights. He wouldn't say that because he wants to make out he's hard. Billy, man, drop the hard act, man. Yeah, drop the hard act. We saw you in there. Even Mark Tibbs. Mark Tibbs never speak to Billy again. He did not. Yeah? He was disgraced. The way he was running his mouth, and he got hit with 1 shot, and he didn't want no more. He bailed. He quit. Dubois went on with a pork pie at heavyweight for several rounds with a bust orbital, and Billy lambasted him for doing so. Billy, the first shot that landed that was half decent, he didn't want no more. And I'm not saying, oh, AB, it's so dangerous. He's the one running his mouth, though. And still running his mouth.
A bit on him in the sport. What I seen last night, he looked a bit shaky every time a man 2 weights below him hit him. And at stages there, he was very, with Ben's movement, when he was moving, up and down and giving the kids some feints, he just looked a little bit lost to me. And sometimes that can happen in fights. People can get old overnight. I'm not saying
Listen, man. You look lost. When Canelo bopped you on your eye, you look lost, man. You looked a bit shaky as well. And you're jacked in the corner. Let's talk about the facts. Eubank won that fight, by the way. Oh, Eubank looked shaky. Oh, Eubank this, Eubank that. Eubank this, Eubank that. You actually jacked in the corner, man. Jacked in the corner.
he got old, but what I'm saying is I saw some cracks in him than previous fights for sure. And it was a big fight. No matter what, when they say, I underestimated him, them events, once you've done your training, you're doing them ring walks, them events bring out the best of you.
Yeah.
And I don't think that, the Ben Eubank rivalry, I don't think that anything could have brought the best out of him more than that.
So, just in a nutshell, is there a possibility that, we know if you do come back, which is, I don't know where you are of it, Bill, but if you do come back, we know that one of your targets would be to rematch Eubank, even though you've already beat him. That's the fight out there for you, isn't it?
Right. I want to pick up on this bar here from Coogan. Coogan says, Shilligan and Cassius says, oh, Bill, mate, I know, I'd just say to Bill, what's the Eubank Jr. rematch happening? Oh, sorry, what are you saying with the Eubank Jr. rematch? That's just a simple question. Coogan's prefacing it. Oh, Bill, I know you beat him 10 times before. I know you boxed his head off before, but what do you think? What have you got to do that for? That's what you call massaging another man's ego. That's what you do with girls. You tell girls, oh, you got pretty eyes. Yeah? You don't do that with man. Oh, Bill, I know you beat him 10 times in the last 8 fights, but that's a lot of these media, man. You have to be that way. You have to be that way. There's a bunch of weirdos in this game. Seriously.
My target was to come back, have my warm-up fight with Eubank, and then fight for maybe a light heavyweight world title and be a free weight world champion. That's what would really do it for me, to be.
That's what really would do it. Like he's in that conversation. Yeah, that's what really would do it for me. Do you know what I mean? Like he beat Canelo, for example. Listen, if he'd have beat Canelo and then retired, that's what would really do it for me. Like it's realistic. Do you know what I mean? He's like, oh yeah, that's what. It's like me saying, yeah, it'd be really good for me if I bought a Rolls Royce. I'm probably looking at next month. That's the equivalent. It's never going to happen. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, my name's YB. I make £11.49 an hour. And it'll be really good next month. Or maybe not next month, maybe 5 weeks out if I can get a Rolls Royce. It might be. Look, I'm not sure about the wheels though. I'm taking something that's never ever going to happen and applying some logic to it. Yeah, I'll warm up on Eubank. Even now, you get punched up by Eubank, seriously. You get punched up by Eubank at 168. The only reason he was dead because he had a rehydration clause and a weight drain. At 168, you're getting punched up, Billy. You got punched up in the first fight and he was playing with your ass. It's well documented now. Billy Joe was his best ever self in that fight. Eubank was faffing around trying to prove a point to his dad in the first half. Oops. Yeah? And you went life and death in that one. Plus, Billy's been doing it 50 years but at that point, since he was 5 years old. Eubank was somewhat new to the game. I don't think he started until his late teens or whatever. He certainly didn't have much amateur career, etc., etc. But let me replay that again. One more time. Oh no, bungled it.
All right, well, look, last one.
Think, fuck me, this has gone, that's gone. He was very, with Ben's movement, ring walks, them events bring out the best of you.
Yeah.
And I don't think the best out of him more than that.
So, just in a nutshell, is there a possibility that we know if you do come back, which is, I don't know where you are of it, Bill, but if you do come back, we know that one of your targets would be to rematch Eubank, even though you've already beat him. That's the fight out there for you, isn't it?
Oh, look, my target was to come back, have my warm-up fight with Eubank, and then fight for maybe a light heavyweight world title and be a three-time free-weight world champion. That's what would really do it for me, to be fair, and that would be the icing on the cake.
Are you saying you'd have Chris Eubank, in your words, as a warm-up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I always thought to myself, you know,
I'll have a warm-up on Chris Eubank Jr. on my way to 175-pound dominance. Billy, you couldn't punch at 160, man. You couldn't punch plumb up. We've done the investigation before. Billy Joe Saunders fought Ishifatsufufi. Yeah? Sounds like some Japanese dish, man. From Nobu. Yeah? You fought Ishifatsufufi. Okay? No knockdowns, point stinker. You ain't got power at I think that was a 168, but whatever, you didn't have power at 160, man. No power at 160, no power at 168, and now you're going to pop up there. And do what? Yeah? Your daddy, Canella, he got topped. Bivol topped him. Take it. Take that. That's what he did to Carrot Top. Never mind people, but, oh man. You didn't want Golovkin at 160. Golovkin would have done unholy things to you. That's the truth, man. He'd have done unholy things to you, Beterbiev. Anyway, you look at this, Benavidez will be all over. What's Billy gonna do to keep Benavidez off? Seriously. What's Billy gonna do to I think even Bivol might come out and slap Billy up and stop him as well. If we know for a fact, if Bivol turned up to stop Billy, he's getting stopped. That's a question of Bivol's mindset. But Benavidez and Beterbiev, they walk. I mean, that fight don't go 6 rounds. What's Billy gonna do in there? You man, tell me right now. You Billy Saunders homosexuals, tell me what Billy's gonna do in there with Benavidez or Beterbiev. He'll do nothing. Not one thing will he do. Was it too small? Even if it was pound for pound, or even if somehow Beterbiev came down to 160, you still get punched up. You're not on that level. You ducked Golovkin in your prime. You didn't want it with Golovkin, and I think Beterbiev is more. I think Beterbiev is more devastating. I think certainly his resume is better as well. I think Beterbiev's resume is better than Golovkin. When you think about how he won that first fight with Bivol was just skeeting around the ring. We've never seen that before. And Benavidez, whilst somewhat improving, listen, if these 175ers can't keep him off, what's that cat's name called? Andrade. Andrade's like Billy. Billy ducked Andrade and was off the Domingo juice allegedly. But Benavidez can't punch. He walked through, buddy. He walked through Poo Andrade, the man you ducked. Yeah? Walked right through him, like a hot knife through butter, man. So, listen. The thing is, I don't even think, part of me would like Billy to get past. No, Billy's not stupid though. Yeah, he's going to have some serious PTSD from the Canelo fight. So even oh yeah, I'll warm up there and I'll do this. Even if he did beat Eubank, he's not going to 175. Not in never. He's not going 168. Well, what's going on there now? I'm trying to think who's there. I mean 168. I can't even think. Oh, you got Canelo still there, so he's not going to go to 168 either. So what I was about to say was I wouldn't mind Billy beating Eubank, but again he's not stupid. But in principle, I wouldn't mind Billy beating Eubank. Not that he would. My money will be on Eubank all day and night, especially if it's at 168 or a 172 pound catch weight or anything over 168. But no chance. Especially now, Eubank knows. Back then he was brand new when they fought. He's more seasoned now. He knows how to win a fight. He's more cerebral. Back then, he was clearly more or less all in his ego and not doing things the right way. But put that to one side, I'd like Billy to beat Eubank and think he's going to go up there. Because it will be another whooping of the century. Seriously. You wouldn't believe it. I think there's a good chance Eubank whoops him as well. If Eubank... Billy can't punch. So it's not like... Is a risk of Eubank getting knocked out at 168. Billy can't punch, man. Even if we say Eubank's maybe over the hill and whatnot. Look at Billy, man. Tyson Fury's legs were really never the same when you put that kind of weight on. When you start living like someone who wants to feature on my 600-pound life, that's not good. It's not good. Plus, you've been out of the ring 4 years. I got Eubank stopping Billy. Seriously. But if he didn't stop him, if somehow Billy won, I'd love for him to go to 175. I really would. I really would, man. But he's not... Listen, if he hadn't got proper plastered by Canelo, he might have thought about it. But he's delusional. And it shows you the level of delusion these men live in. The people around them. Oh, Billy, you bet them all. Oh, Billy, you bet them all. Oh, Benavidez, Billy, you bit him. You bit him, Billy. He'll be shit, man. Benavidez. Listen, man, if you think Benavidez got on that Cuban dude, who's supposed to have pretty decent power, he walked right onto him. The Cuban dude was goosed. He walked right onto him, man. What's Billy gonna do, man? Oh, boy, B, what about David Lemieux? David Lemieux's useless. Yeah? These men like Benavidez and that, they're off their Golovkin ilk. Golovkin walked straight through that plumber. Lemieux, right through him. There's levels to this game. Billy's like the level above Stiff Journeyman. He's just about above that. Yeah? That's the level he's above. Stiff Journeyman, Billy. He's not the elite. Because really, Canelo don't stop many people. Even Plant. Plant got stopped in round 11. He didn't get a whole knock through his head. In what, 6-7 rounds, something like that? That's what didn't happen. And I think Plant, actually, he was winning quite a few of them early rounds-ish. Anyway, yeah, it's laughable. But in all seriousness, I think Eubank now, he rematches Ben at 160 with no rehydration or something like that. And then he talks about the Canelo fight, but for me now, listen, Canelo's looking a bit washed, but he's looking a bit washed. And I guess the turkey money will be crazy, so Chris is going to take it. And who knows? Listen, if Canelo turns up and doesn't really want to have us... I mean, Eubank's not bad at boxing, though. Yeah? If Canelo's feet get a little bit slower and he gets a little bit less ambition and he's just plodding around, look at Skull. If Eubank can combine a bit of Skull and his Liam Smith 2 performance, and put them together, it might be somewhat... Who was the last guy Canelo stopped? We don't know. He's not stopping these randoms. So, mate, a few years ago I might have said, no, don't take that. But he's almost inevitably he's going to fight Ben, Canelo. But after that, I do want to see the Billy Joe fight. I think it will be somewhat, not a travesty, but it's a bit like AJ and Fury. That's where I'd more or less... Saunders, Eubank Jr. versus Saunders is more of a cult classic. AJ Fury is more mainstream. It's more of a cult classic, but nonetheless, it would be a shame if we didn't get it. Because I think Eubank stops it. Seriously. And I think Billy's already said, oh, I've beat it. If we never fight again, I'll always have the win. So that's in his mind. He's not thinking, I'll beat you once and I'll rub it in. I'll rub salt in the wound and knock you out next time. He's not thinking that. He's like that little Oh, I beat you. Oh, remember that time I beat you 10 years ago? Oh, I'm taking my ball home now. I beat you once and now I'm taking the ball home. That's Billy's mindset. So I'll be very. He knows. He knows what the deal is, man. He's not stupid. When you spent a career manipulating people's mentally unstable grandparents, you know the games to play in. Yeah, Billy knows who he can. What's the word I'm looking for? Victimize. He can't victimize Eubank Jr. So he don't want that. Yeah. Listen, if Eubank was 76 and had early, or even listen, if Chris Eubank Jr. was 51 years old and had early onset dementia, Billy would be down for the fight. But since that isn't the case, he's going to talk. I'm not even sure he's got the discipline to get that weight off. He's never been this. He's like, what, 20 stone? He's got to lose 9 stone or something like that. However much weight it is. I don't think he's got discipline. Because when Billy was active, it's one thing losing 2 or 3 stone. That's one thing. When you got 9 stone, that's a long time. That's literally almost 6 months of pure work. Pure work and dieting. Yeah? And the problem, the more time it takes to lose weight, the more risk there is. Because at any point you can fall off. At any point, them jammy Dodgers, the Maryland cookies, yeah, the cream cakes, they come calling for you. And bosh, he falls off the wagon. And he bulks up dirty bolts again. So I don't think it's coming back, but I would like to see it anyway. And in fact, I wish, Billy's been out here causing a fuss, and Eubank, he's more kind of calm, I'd say, but I wouldn't mind Eubank. When you want to fight with one of these, man, if you put it on them publicly, their ego gets wounded, and it entices them to show up. Eubank's almost too casual, and I get it, he doesn't need it. He's got 10 million from Ben, 10 million from Ben rematch, 10, 15, 20 million from Canelo. The Billy fight's probably not even going to match commercially. Well, it's certainly not going to do more than Ben. He's not going to get paid more than Ben, right? So it's just another one of them for Eubank. It's like he's made 40 million potentially in 3 fights, 10, 10, and 20 for Canelo, for example. And Billy's going to be another 10 on top. What's that? 20%, 25% on top of 25% on top of 40. It's a fraction. It's not a necessity. Still, it's easy. Listen, man, if you can get 5-10 mil for putting it on Billy, again, that's a community service, man, public service, social good. It's not just about the money you're making. It's seeing Billy get whapped around the place, which is almost, some people would argue, that's invaluable. Intangible value. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, and off the bell 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it. Oh yeah, by the way, the last thing I'll say is, watch out Beterbiev, watch out Dimitri Bivol, and watch out Benavidez. Yeah? Because the big Yippo Santa Claus is coming for you. He's putting it right on you, man. In fact, I spoke to someone in Beterbiev's team the other day. They told me, YB, oh, have you seen this? That's how I found the video. Someone from Beterbiev's team, they rang me and said, YB, have you seen Billy Joe Saunders' video? He's coming to 175. I said, what? Slow down, mate. Slow down. Say that again. They're shitting themselves on Billy, man. Billy's gonna do nothing, man. I can't imagine ever saying that. That's crazy. I'm going to 175 to pick up some belts. Billy, this ain't Frank Warren's vacant WBO Ishifatsufufi. Yeah. There's none of that around there. That's probably what he thought. He probably don't follow boxing. A lot of these boxing men don't really follow boxing. He probably thought, oh, yeah, I'll nip up to there and get a vacant belt like Frank Warren's given me my whole career. Oops. Once he checks the box rec, he'll be like, maybe I'm going down to 154 or one somewhere where it's dead. I think 160 is pretty dead. Who's at 160? Oh no, there's some killers there as well now. There's some killers there at 160. And this is the point I'm making. Yeah? Billy ain't a real world champion, man. Seriously. Because guess what? If Carlos Adamez and Janibek Makmouli, yeah, was at 160 when Billy was there, he was never winning no belts. He was winning no belts at all. He was knocking around in an era where it was pure stifflers. Seriously, like, I don't know, who did he fight? Like David Lemieux. David Lemieux was It was a bum a month campaign for Benavidez, is the truth. It wasn't a big fight for Benavidez. But for Billy, it was like, whoa, biggest fight ever. You see the point I'm making? The man that top guys use as bum of the month campaigns because the division was so weak when Billy was around, David Lemieux was the hardest man ever. Yeah? Now the division's got a bit stronger. Billy wouldn't have got a look in edgeways, man. Yeah? He wouldn't have got a look in edgeways with any of them, man. Them man are serious. And to be honest, even someone like Hamza Shiraz, I'd have Shiraz beating Billy. See the point I'm making? This whole concept, in a 4-belt era, in fact, how did Billy ever win a belt at 160 when Golovkin was there? That's the point. See the point I'm making now? In a 4-belt era, Billy's a moody champion. In reality, if there was 1 or 2 belts, Golovkin would have had both and Billy never would have had nothing. That's the God's honest truth. So he's not a world champion. Because Golovkin had the belts and then after that, whatever it was. Yeah? He's never been a real world champion, man. He's an opportunistic champion. A circumstantial champion. Oh, there's a bunch of stiffs, a bunch of vacant belts. Bosh, I'm a champion. Come on, bro. Stop playing.